In the previous lecture, we talked about the cross product of two vectors. And here now, we shall be studying the characteristics, the properties of vector product. We have gone through the properties of scalar product. So parallelly, we can state the characteristics of vector product also. जैसे स्केलर प्रोडक्ट की फर्स्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक क्या थी? That it obeys commutative law of multiplication. So first characteristic of vector product क्या होगी? So does vector product obey the commutative law? What do you think? Means A cross B, is it equal to B cross A? We talked about this yesterday. No, A cross B is not equal to B cross A. Magnitude of A cross B, magnitude of A cross B is equal to magnitude of B cross A. But their directions are opposite. Means the vectors are negative vectors of each other. A cross B and B cross A, they are negative vectors of each other. Their magnitudes are same, but their directions are not same. Means first characteristic of vector product will be the cross product doesn't obey the commutative law of multiplication. Then second characteristic, क्या थी second characteristic scalar product की? It obeys the distributive law of multiplication. Same is the case here. A cross B plus C will be equal to A cross B plus A cross C. This means that the cross product, the vector product, it obeys the distributive law of multiplication. And the third characteristic was about the angles between the vectors. अलग अलग angles पर क्या होगा? Third characteristic में first point होगा if theta is equal to 0 degree. Means if the two vectors are parallel to each other, mod of A cross B is AB sine theta. By definition, mod A cross B is AB sine theta. Here theta is equal to 0. So sine 0 will be 0. Means everything will become 0. Means mod of A cross B is 0. Means A cross B is 0. So the first point in the third characteristic says that if two vectors are parallel to each other, then their cross product is 0. First point in the third characteristic. Second point will be if theta is equal to 180 degree, means two anti-parallel vectors, 180 degree means opposite directions, means two vectors are anti-parallel vectors. So in this case again, mod A cross B will be AB sine theta. Theta is 180 degree and sine of 180 degree is again 0. So this will also be 0. So if the two vectors are anti-parallel, then also their cross product is equal to 0. And the third point, if theta is equal to how much? 90 degree. If theta is equal to 90 degree, then mod A cross B will be AB sine 90. Isn't it? Theta is equal to 90 degree. And what is sine 90 equal to? 1. Sine 90 is equal to 1. So AB into 1, that will be AB, means mod of A cross B will be equal to AB. So that is the third point in the third characteristic. If two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then magnitude of their cross product. Mod A cross B means what? Magnitude of their cross product is equal to product of A into B means what it is? Product of kya? Their magnitudes. The product of their magnitudes. So these are the three characteristics of vector product. The fourth characteristic will be about unit vectors. Parallel chalna hai humko. As we stated the characteristics of a scalar product, similarly, we are defining the characteristics of vector product. So fourth characteristic will be about unit vector. What will be I cross I? Magnitude of I cross I will be equal to, now actually magnitude of A cross B क्या होता है? AB sin theta. So magnitude of I cross I will be mod I, magnitude of A वैसे magnitude of I 1 into magnitude of I again 1 into sin theta. Theta between I and I is 0. So 1 into sine 0. What is sine 0 equal to? 0. So everything will become equal to 0. So this means that I cross I is equal to 0. Self cross product. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Self cross product of a unit vector, rectangular unit vector, is equal to 0. I cross I is equal to 0. So similarly, you can say that I cross I is equal to J cross J is equal to K cross K is equal to 0. Now, what about I cross J? Magnitude of I cross J will be equal to 1 magnitude of I into 1 magnitude of J into sine of theta. Angle between I and J is how much? 90 degree. This is unit vector along x-axis. This is unit vector along y-axis. मतलब उनके बीच का एंगल कितना है? 90 degree. So it is sine of 90 degree. How much is sine 90? Sine 90 is 1. So 1 into 1 into 1, that will be equal to 1. Means magnitude of I cross J is equal to 1. I और J का जब हम क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लेंगे तो उसका मैग्नीट्यूड कितना है? 1. Means it is a unit vector. Its magnitude is 1. Means the cross product is a unit vector. What will be the direction of that cross product? उस क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट की डायरेक्शन क्या होगी? कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? By right-handed screw rule. So I is the unit vector along x-axis. J is the unit vector along y-axis. कौन से प्लेन में है ये? हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन में. तो हम स्क्रू कैसे पकड़ेंगे? इस प्लेन को परपेंडिकुलर. You hold the screw like this. Rotate it from I to J. First vector in the product to second vector. मतलब उसको ऐसे घुमाएंगे. Anti clockwise you rotate it. Anti clockwise from I to J. जब इसको हम एंटी क्लॉकवाइज घुमाएंगे मतलब उस डायरेक्शन में the screw will move up. Means direction of the cross product is upward. Direction of cross product is upward means it is along positive z axis. So the cross product is along the positive direction of z axis and its magnitude is equal to 1. मतलब एक वेक्टर जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड है इक्वल टू 1 और डायरेक्शन है z एक्सिस, उस वेक्टर को हम क्या बोलते हैं? k. मतलब I और J का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट क्या है? k. So I cross J is equal to k. Similarly, we can say that J cross K is equal to I and K cross I is equal to J, right? और इसके उलट अगर लेंगे हम I क्रॉस J इज K, तो J क्रॉस I क्या होगा फिर? माइनस K, K क्रॉस J क्या होगा? माइनस I, और I क्रॉस K क्या होगा? माइनस J. And this is to be remembered because it is to be used frequently. Now how to remember this? इसको याद कैसे रखेंगे? Very simple it is. एक ऐसे सर्कल ड्रॉ करो, एरोस बताओ, सपोज दिस इज I, उसी डायरेक्शन में J, उसी डायरेक्शन में एरो K, I, J and K. Very simple. I cross J is equal to K, J cross K is equal to I, K cross I is equal to J. Getting the point? I cross J is equal to K, J cross K is equal to I, K cross I is equal to J. और अगर इसके उल्टा जाते हैं हम, J cross I, ये J cross I, J cross I, उल्टा एरो आ रहा है यहाँ पर, J cross I is equal to minus K because arrow is in this direction. I cross K will be equal to minus J, right? And K cross J will be equal to minus I. So from this circle, you can remember the values.